Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Kai and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's Friday evening and I was just thinking about what I should do for my Friday vlog, but I was just like, why don't I just do a second month recap and talking about how I felt my second month here and kind of giving a little perspective, a little knowledge on what I learned my second month here in Vietnam. So we're just gonna jump right into it. My second month here in Vietnam, I thought I had it all together. And I didn't. I thought I had my job, I thought I figured it out, I found my place, and I just thought that I was just cruising. And one thing you do have to realize is that when it comes to adjustment, you go through different phases, and this is something I learned while I was a ninja teacher, and I think that I was definitely in the denial phase. Like, I didn't really understand completely like where I was yet. Like, I knew I was in a different country, but I don't think I grasped like the whole concept of being somewhere completely new yet. And I just thought that I was like, yeah, like I know I have my places I go eat, I have my friends, like I'm good. But in reality, I really wasn't. I was struggling like hard. I wouldn't say I was super homesick, but I definitely was just going through periods where I was like second guessing myself, and when things got hard, I kind of just wanted to like throw in the towel and be like, this is it. So I definitely think in the second month of being abroad, you're going to have those moments where you think you have everything together, but then you're going to crash at some point or another. And it's really just figuring out how to get yourself out of that crash. For me personally, I feel like working and hanging out with my friends often, not avoiding them, because that's also something I did. So my second month here in Vietnam was between August and September, because I got here July 9th, so July 9th to August 9th was my first month, then August 9th to September 9th was my second month. And I definitely feel like I learned a lot about myself in terms of sticking up for myself. I really had to put into perspective why I came to Vietnam to begin with. I feel like sometimes we feel like we have to compromise what we want, but I didn't come halfway across the world to compromise what I wanted. So when I was my second month here, I like changed jobs and I was super insecure about it. I was like, I don't know what to do. And even when I changed jobs, I still felt like I really didn't do what I came here to accomplish either. So it was really just like that back and forth with myself. And I also feel like things to keep in mind is that I feel like when everyone goes to a new country, they just think they're gonna jump right in. It's just not that simple. It's not that easy, especially if you've never been abroad before. I definitely feel like I was that way. I just thought I can just completely leave everything behind and be fine and just get right down to business. And it's not like that. My adjustment, I feel like in a way I still am adjusting, but now I do feel more acclimated to everything and my surroundings, but it's still difficult sometimes, especially now that it's the holiday season. I got really homesick for about like 2 weeks, and it was really difficult for me. And in September, a lot of my family's birthdays are in September, so again, I was just kind of second guessing myself. But one thing to keep in mind, the second month, you might feel like you have everything together, but continue to just be honest with yourself, because to a certain extent you don't, and you're still very much going through that adjustment period. And your second month, you're not going to be fully adjusted. It's just that simple. This is like nothing to be ashamed of. It's just really how it is. So another thing, in my second month here in Vietnam, I still felt like I was making really bad like financial decisions. Vietnam is fairly cheap, so I just thought that I can buy everything, and it's just not like that. Like, I still feel like, no, I don't feel that way anymore because I know better now. But when things are so cheap, you think, oh, I can just buy this and that. Things add up, and I feel like I made some of my I think I made like some poor financial decisions in my second month just because I thought I had it all together. I got cocky and I got hot and I just thought I can do anything. I don't know why I'm playing with my sunglasses right now, so don't ask me. I have no idea. But I just think I got a bit cocky in my second month. I was like, yeah, I got it. I'm in Vietnam. Like, I can do it. Like, I got money. And it's just not like that. Like, I got so cocky in my second month. And I feel like another thing to keep in mind in your second month abroad is to really stay true to your budget if you do have one. I feel like I went a little lax, but also things do happen. I feel like as much as you budget, when you go to a different country, that budget goes out the window to a certain extent because things come up. Like, for example, I had to get my diploma from America and it cost me like $190 $120 or something like that, and I didn't plan for it, but then I had to do my visa, and I had to do this, and I had to do that. So things do add up that don't come into play. But I think that's why it's such a great thing to kind of over budget sometimes, because you have that like wiggle room. And I feel like when people just budget that exact amount, sometimes they do get messed over, because, you know, things happen in life and you really can't predict how much it's gonna cost. So I'm a big person on over budgeting, simply because I know that life is completely unpredictable, especially in another country. So I think that's a tip that I will also give people in their second month. Like, don't go against your budget. Please stay true to it, because trust me, things come up. You're gonna have to pay for things unexpectedly, and then you don't want to just be looking at your bank account like, what the freak happened? So definitely in my second month, I feel like I had to have a reality check in terms of my financials and getting myself together. So since I've been here, I've taken a lot of pictures, and even though you guys know that I do write quite often, sometimes I do forget, unfortunately. But my aunt, she bought me this like portable printer thing that I can print out my pictures to, and it's Bluetooth, so you can hook up to my phone. It's like an HP printer, actually. One second. So this right here, it's like the cutest thing, and my pictures just print out automatically, and I love it. It just hooks up to my phone on Bluetooth, and yeah, it's absolutely amazing. So I printed out all my pictures. So I've been here for 20 weeks now, so I had pictures, at least like 2 pictures for each week that I've been here, and I want to show you guys. I think it'll be like cute to share. I hope it can show up on my camera. I don't know, we'll have to see. So this one was on August 9th. I don't even know if you can I don't even know if you can see it on the camera, but it's on August 9th, and this was week 5. So these are my friends. So we have Jeremy, we have Faith, we have Shanice, and we have KJ. So these are all my friends that I started my TEFL course with, and this was actually like the first day of class, and we got our TEFL certification, so we were just excited and like ready to dip. So this was one of my favorite pictures, because I think this is the only picture that I have like with all of us in it. So this is just a picture of a building. I think you guys can see it, yeah. So this is just a picture of a building that I have, and this was just a picture I took when I was walking one day, because I also felt like I wasn't wandering around a lot in my second month. I felt like I was just kind of going my same direction each day, and I really didn't like that. So I went another direction. I took a picture of this beautiful building, and I just thought it was really cool. Oh, okay, so this is when I went to the Mekong Delta with Faith, and that she's an older woman right there. She's basically like cracking the coconut. She did it right in front of us, and this woman was strong. Like, that coconut was no joke, and she just did it like, of course she's probably been doing it for a very long time, but I just was extremely impressed of her strength. So I had to take a picture of her. She was a really sweet lady, and I was just like kind of blown away, to be honest. I was like, because I could never, like, ever. Oh, this is a picture of me and Faith. So we were on the river. This was a really nice ride. This was a really good day, and it wasn't too hot because it was still rainy season. But if you did that now and with the mosquitoes, I think it'll be a completely different trip. But it was actually really nice. And we stopped at this, it wasn't like a market, but I think it was like just for our tour. And they had all these different candies out, and they're really big on ginger, and I love ginger candy. Well, especially since I've been here. I've always loved ginger, but ginger candy here is so good. I wish I had, it was like a nutty ginger candy that they had in the Mekong Delta that was really good. I liked it. All right, so this was week 7. Sorry if you can't see it, but this is week 7, and this is a picture that Faith took of me. We were just walking down a random street. I actually don't know where this was. I just think we were like going to get food or something, and I was like, hey, like, take a picture of me, because also I realized I wasn't taking a lot of pictures. And that's another thing. So in your second month here, you're probably gonna feel like you have it all together, and like you don't need to capture the moments, especially if you live in a different country. I beg to differ, because you're gonna look back and you're just gonna say, dang, like, I didn't take pictures, I didn't do this, just because you're so used to it. Like, when you're at home, you don't take pictures all the time. But I think that really just readjusted my way of thinking a little bit. Like, you do need to take pictures everywhere you go, because you don't know how long you're gonna be there, you don't know how long the people around you are gonna be there, and it really just put things in perspective to, like, for me. So I think that's why I also started to take pictures a lot more, which I'm really happy about. So this is when I went to the lot with Faith. Faith is like my travel buddy. She's my best friend here in Vietnam. She's absolutely amazing. But this is from the bus, And Dalat, if you ever come to Vietnam, please go to Dalat. I've been there once and I'm going back in a couple weeks and I'm so excited to go. Like, it's just such a cool place. It's a little chilly up there. I don't know how it's gonna be now since this is dry season. I don't know if it's gonna be different. But when I went during monsoon season, it was pretty cold. Like, I was like wearing like a hoodie and my rain jacket, but it's gorgeous. And our bus driver was zooming through the mountains. It was a bit unsafe, but I was like, okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. All right, so this was week 8, as you can see. I am a complete goofball. Okay, quick story about this pose. I don't know, I just want you guys to see it again. Okay. So this pose is something I've always done since I was younger. Me and my sister, it's kind of just like the squat, like the knee, one leg out, one leg in type thing. This is something I've always done. I've seen my mom do this in pictures when I was younger, and it kind of just like stuck with me. And I was like, you know what? I'm in Vietnam, but I'm still from Maryland, so just gotta rep it. And I sent it to my mom, and she was just like, you're a complete fool. But that's like a pose I've been doing like ever since I was like a child. Like, if I look back on pictures, I would see a pose with me like that. Like, I don't know why. And I think that's it for my 2nd month. Yeah, so I'll show you guys the rest of my pictures for the 3rd month video. And I just thought it'd be really cool to share these pictures with you guys and to also remind you in your 2nd month to take pictures. I had all these pictures on my phone, and thank God, like, it has a date saved on it. So I just printed them off really quick, nothing major. But because I think I told you guys in my 2nd month here, I did forget to write. So a lot of the things that I did, I still remember them, but it's not like as concrete as I would like it to be. So having these pictures is kind of just, once you see a picture, at least for me anyway, it's easy for me to kind of go back into that thought process. So it's really nice to kind of have like a second diary just in case I do forget. Like, I have all these different memories that I can just like refer back to. Alright guys, that's the end of our Friday video. I hope you liked my 2nd month recap. If you liked the video, you already know what to do. And if you didn't like, you probably didn't make it this far anyway. I hope you have a beautiful week. Remember to take solo travel trips by yourself. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.